Have you ever really stopped to wonder why artists create? I mean, is it all for fame or money? Or is there something way deeper, something more personal that drives them? Well, today we're going to explore the very soul of the creative process, and we'll be guided by an artist who has truly lived it. Our guide for this journey is the electronic musician and producer, Tushar. He spent more than a decade turning his own inner world into sound, and his perspective is really the backbone of what we're talking about today. So let's just start with the biggest question he asks. Not just himself, but really all of us. Why even choose this path? Why be an artist in the first place? Well, the answer doesn't start by looking for an audience or for approval. Nope. It begins by looking inward. It all starts with what you might call the artist's inner calling, a conversation that you have with yourself. And this is just captured perfectly in Tushar's own words. For him, when he was starting out as a teenager, music wasn't about a career. It was his sanctuary. It was like this private language that he could use to figure out his own thoughts and feelings. And that right there shows you that the first rewards of creating are totally internal. It's not about the applause, right? It's about genuine self-expression, a way to connect with the real you. And that process, that becomes a source of happiness, a powerful way to just quiet all the noise from the outside world. Okay, so this inner conversation, it naturally leads to our next big idea. Your art ends up becoming a reflection of you. It becomes your story. To put it really simply, your art is a mirror. It's a direct, unfiltered look at your internal world, your experiences, your emotions, your whole history. It's all in there. What's so powerful here is the idea that you can literally distill your entire life into what you create. It's not just about one feeling at one moment, but about summing up your entire story, pouring your actual soul into it. And you know what? It doesn't matter what form that takes, whether you're making electronic music, pop, indie, country, or hey, if you're a painter, a writer, a dancer, the specific medium is just the vehicle. The real goal is always the same, to express. Now, this brings us to a really powerful shift in perspective. If expression is the ultimate goal, then the focus moves away from the finished product and onto something else entirely. The idea that the journey is the prize. It's all about finding value in the process itself. Which, leads us to a really challenging question we all face in pretty much any field. Is commercial success, the money, the fame, all that external validation, is that really the most important thing? So when you look at it, you really see a tale of two different paths. On one side, you've got conventional success, right? It's defined by all those external things like money and fame. But on the other side, that's the artist's real reward, which is completely internal. It's the simple act of expressing yourself, the satisfaction of loving what you do, and the pure joy you get from the process. And that feeling is just summed up so powerfully here. The journey of creation, with all of its struggles and its breakthroughs, it isn't just a means to an end. It is one of the biggest, most meaningful experiences a person can have. And that journey, it's not some abstract concept. It's made up of real, tangible, super fulfilling steps. It's the thrill of composing a melody, the vulnerability it takes to write lyrics, the technical challenge of designing your sound and mixing it all together. It's all about getting lost in the work and finding that creative flow. I feel like a lot of us can relate to this feeling, artist or not. You get so deep into what you're doing that you enter this creative zone, this state of flow, and boom, hours have gone by and it feels like minutes. It's that amazing space where your analytical mind just quiets down and your intuition takes over. So after this deeply personal, internal journey, what comes next? Well, this is where that inner conversation turns outward. It becomes art's universal language, a way of connecting with the entire world. The act of sharing what you've made is absolutely transformative. Suddenly, it's not just for you anymore. It becomes this beacon, a way to find and connect with people who see the world, or at least your art, in the same way that you do. And this is how you find your tribe. And we're not just talking about an audience or a fan base here. Your tribe, those are the people you connect with on a much deeper level. And that creates one of the most powerful and essential human feelings there is, belonging. So sharing your work isn't just about what you get back. It's about the joy of contribution. It's about adding your own unique voice and your vision to this collective, creative consciousness of the world. I mean, just think about the power of that connection. You can listen to a song from another country with lyrics you don't understand at all, but you can still feel the emotion. You can connect with the energy. Art truly, truly transcends language. So what does all of this leave us with? Well, it gives us a really solid set of guideposts for any creative path. The big idea is to create without worrying about how it's going to be received. Focus on getting into that state of flow. Let your own excitement be your compass. And just trust that as you do the work you love, success, however you define it, will follow. And here's the final and, I think, the most inspiring message. This isn't just for people who already call themselves artists. The belief here is that every single one of us has some kind of unique talent, a creative spark hidden inside. The real journey is about discovering it. Which leaves all of us with one final, provocative question. It's not just for the artists out there, it's for everyone. Knowing that you have that spark inside of you, what light will you let shine?